Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 5 of Oath Valorant. I'm Epi, joined by Linked Ghost, will be your wonderful casters for today and really every other week of broadcast thus far. Last week we had a great match, hoping to carry some of that momentum into these matches here today on Ascent. Isaac, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Epi. It's Thursday. I see Thursday as the best day of the week. And especially, it's only gotten better since I joined Oath and get to watch these phenomenal players. So I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it should be awesome, and I kind of spoiled it, but I'm really looking forward to the map pick. It's Ascent today. So for those who aren't aware, we've not repeated any of the maps thus far in our Oath season. We try not to, and since there's so many maps, we actually have a nice diverse week-to-week scheduling. Ascent is one of my favorite maps. It actually drew me back into Valorant post-beta. Was one of the first maps that came out. Super balanced, in my opinion. 3 lanes, a middle, a left, and a right. With some long sight lines, some short ones too, and some clever team play to be sure. So looking to see what these two teams can make the most of. Early on, it's the rhyming battle again. I love this one, Space versus Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm excited for Ascent because I think I brought it up a couple times on an Oath broadcast before, but whenever a map feels one-sided, like if it's defensive-sided or offensive-sided, it's almost always the opposite, at least for our first game. So I think of Ascent as definitely a defensive-sided map. I mean, A is just impossible to get onto, really, if you got a good setup. So I'm expecting it to just be 14, or not 14, but like maybe 16 offensive round wins this game, which is a lot.
Oh,
I feel like
that.
for an Ascent, but
is that that seems like a Vegas line?
No.
15 and a half. No, that's good. That's the way we should handle it. No, but
you think so?
It could be a really fun way to spend some channel points, actually.
I don't hate that. That's clever.
Sorry, I'm just brainstorming. It was your idea, really. As we are in Agent Select, Ascent is one of those maps that's actually kind of interesting in terms of what agents are viable. Last week we played Breeze, which is known for these long sight lines, and when that comes with like more prevalence on characters with walls. I mean, we saw Viper and Harbor play a big role in a lot of the attacks. So it's and what I'm trying to say is Ascent's different than that. There are points in the map where it's long, where it's short, but there's also a lot of funnels. So Lion Gamer on Killjoy is a pick that he likes a lot, pretty frequently, and the map suits that agent too. Just a lot of small corridors for attackers to run through. Can make retakes if the Killjoy is on attack a little bit more difficult for those defenders. I think it's a pick to watch out for here in this game.
Speaking of picks, one thing I want to bring a little bit of an attention to is I think this is the first time, at least on a streamed match. Unfortunately, we couldn't stream week 1 of the matches, but as far as I know, this is the first time that our leader in KDA is not playing Sky, which is Athena, playing Astra this time. So that is interesting. I'm not sure what the mindset was there to switch agents, especially after finding so much success on Sky. But maybe Athena might find even more success. So I think that Astra's a more of a passive character, more of a controlling, whereas obviously Sky is an initiator. You take your space. But it looks like we are going to have a little bit of a
just a restart.
Just a
one
little
of our agents
restart
was incorrect. So we're gonna both teams are good with this, and certainly we want to put the best content that we can do. So we're just gonna go right back through that agent selection. It shouldn't be a big problem. Shouldn't be a big deal. Things are really sportsmanlike here on Oath, and it's one of the things we do.
Here's hoping.
And here's hoping.
Well, not hoping the sportsmanlike. I'm saying here's hoping everything goes smoothly this time. Of course,
yes.
We are all good sports here at Oath. No problems between these two teams.
No.
Although there's a lot at stake here at this map. Both teams coming into the game 3-1.
Yeah.
And Space Mode just narrowly pulled it out last time, 13-11. Last time these two teams met in week 2. But the winner of this
battle,
the winner of this sole possession of first here at Oath. So
and
I think the stakes are high.
Yeah. No, can it be greater? These two teams put on great shows last week. I expect the same to continue here onto Ascent. And let's see. Oh, so we have a deadlock was the miscorrection.
Yeah.
Going to be replaced with that breach. And I think that's a better pick. I don't think deadlock's bad, but no, that's probably
select your agent.
The style of what Ace wants to do, in my opinion.
I would agree. I don't feel like you said, deadlock is necessarily a bad agent, but it's so specific. There has to be so many circumstances that go your way for deadlock to be a great agent, and when it does, deadlock can shine, and who knows? But I don't feel like deadlock is, like you said, the best pick for Ace, especially on Ascent. But it looks like everybody else stayed the same.
It's a little bit less to do with like how good or not good the deadlock is, but Breach just has a lot of utility for the map. The angles are short. His ultimate can basically cover a full site. His flashes are good enough, so I'm really eager to see how Fry utilizes that to their advantage in the early goings on this one.
Yeah, a lot of things to look for here early. Coop, I'm pretty sure our league leader in First Bloods.
Mm-hmm.
Our leaders of First Bloods battled last week, and Coop shined. Kind of came out on top of that battle between Coop and Cher. So really gonna need to see that continue. And I think if Coop can continue getting those First Bloods and getting out with their life, continually putting Space Mode in that numbers advantage, it should set them up for success.
Well, I really like this pistol round. Normally, in games I play, pistol rounds are actually just full sends on one side or the other, but Ace has played very, very patiently, more like a default. Here's they slowly walk up middle. Astra Utility's going to help here, but Athena's going to do whatever she can to kind of stop this. We see the stars helping out with the utility. But nothing just yet. Coop spraying through some of these starbursts. No
I don't think Space Mode knows
no damage.
that A is basically wide open. They could get onto site, but they've kind of wasted a little bit too much time. As now they're finally getting onto the site, but Ace is right there with them. I mean, we've got almost every member of this lobby over here towards A.
Yeah, no, and the spike's going down. How often do we see this? Yeah. All 10 players still alive in this one. Coop kind of has this angle in the backline, gonna have to be dealt with by what looks like Athena here. Athena gets the better of that one, but the spike is ticking down. Rat Kid playing in hell as Typicality's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Dally smoking off that long sideline. Here comes the spray. Typicality, good shots there. Heaven. And the defenders man advantage here. 3v2.
You need to keep playing that time if you're Space Mode. Oh, the wall is huge. But not gonna matter. Donut Lord staying alive back towards default, or back towards main. But I like you said, I don't know if I've ever seen a round on Ascent where the spike gets planted and everybody's alive.
Yeah, no damage.
It really feels impossible. It feels impossible to get onto one of these sites if you're an attacker without either you losing half your team or basically winning the round before you get onto site because you got 3 or 4 picks. But somehow they both just avoided each other the whole time, and Space Mode was able to take that first round.
Yeah, no, that was an awesome round. It's remarkably uncommon what we just experienced here. Ace seems to be kind of taking their time walking down mid. These two teams are some of the best in the league. Coop just takes his head off.
There it is.
You're right.
Man, such an important kill too. You get a little bit of that mid control. You know, saw Athena playing their last round, and now knowing that it's likely split, you know, because you don't want to stack a site this early before you start to see some of the strategies coming in. But still, another slow offensive round from Space Mode. A lot of similarities between this round and last.
And now we see that hit kind of coming onto B. Coop is holding down this rotational angle, and Sage is going to have a trouble getting over here as Donut Lord fighting Dally on point. Help from Lion Gamer there, Zodicus.
Last player standing.
Do everything he can. But all 5 players remaining for Space Mode, and that's kind of what you expect. Their econ is a little bit better. Dogman Clan has nothing but this classic, a hope, a dream. Here's those steps from Coop, but not much going there. The Bulldog a little bit better than your classic pistol.
Just a tad, you know, just a little bit better.
Maybe 1%.
Maybe not even 1, maybe 0.5%. You know, they're basically the same gun.
Sorry, I overestimated that. No, definitely.
I think I really am liking Space Mode's decision here early to play passive and really try to get that first pick or not get a pick at all and force Ace to start getting into their own heads, because not only are Space Mode not getting picked, they're not giving them any intel. They have no idea where they're at most of these rounds. So it looks like they're starting this round more over towards this A side. Maybe they might just start get a little aggressive, but I'm really liking the passive plays here early from Space Mode.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. Coop controlling middle, but yeah, these passive plays have been money for Space Mode in the early goings. Round 3, 2-0, Space Mode up. We're all the way up through tree here at this point. Coop's actually about to step onto the point. Dogman Clan is as safe as possible, but that knife's gonna reveal the location, and there's not much else, many other places that a Sage could be in that case. The man advantage, the pole's gonna stop the spike from going down for just a second.
Spike planted.
Dallas got a recon dart stuck to him. The trade happens there, 3-4 for the defenders. Zodakis swinging, ties things up. Athena over in tree has the opportunity to do some pinching, but Typicality has the better hand.
2v2.
Oh, and that smoke is going to be big. The defenders really want to accelerate this fight as Fry finds Typicality with that nice Vandal spray, and gonna sit here, defuse the spike, secure them their first defensive round. That's big. That was a big retake for Ace.
Yeah, that's really what you want to see when you finally. Obviously, if you lose the pistol round, you're not feeling confident going into the round 2. But when you get your guns, you feel good. Ace, I don't know if confidently is the right word, but they won that with some time left, so wasn't just a scramble there at the end. But I think that's really it's really a confidence booster if you're Ace. You get your round win. You're not letting it get too far out of hand early. You're getting your defensive round wins. You know, these are really the rounds that you should be winning when you're on defense. But Coop, just the endless aggression up mid, and probably knows Athena is somewhere near as they battled all games so far.
It's certainly a key matchup. Ooh, Zodakis is like, what's happening? Getting tapped to the market here.
Coop not going to check the corner.
Overzealous just a little bit, but it's actually Dally with that Sheriff that does the most damage. This smoke's going to allow Athena that Vandal there. And no, Ace is just a full person up. Cleanly.
Revealing area.
The Sova Dart's going to try to see if they can find anybody. Nobody's going to peek at Fry. Waiting to use this blind. Lion Gamer even things up, kind of on this lurking position. Spike goes down. Zodakis finds one. Lion Gamer finds another. It's going to be Fry. Gonna have to deal with this thorn on the side. Great placement. And it's all up to Donut Lord in Hell. Stun.
Oh, the
Flash.
Stun.
Shock dart.
Oh, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go as the 3 remaining members of Ace just kind of swallowed him up there. I think I definitely could see why Ace, especially Fry, wanted to switch to that breach. You know, coming into play there, didn't want to be stuck with that deadlock. So, I mean, maybe if you're space mode, you're like, oh man, maybe we shouldn't have let them. But that's just, that's just sportsmanship.
No,
you gotta let it happen. Yeah, of course.
Anytime there's a computer issue, one that's solvable.
We take the steps necessary to fix it. But we're tied after 4 rounds.
Yeah, 2-2.
I'm really liking Ace's response. They're kind of getting used to this passiveness from space mode, so I'll be interested. This is an insane lineup.
That was nuts.
It was over from B.
Yeah.
And they just, if you're space mode, why not just rush onto site? I don't know. I think that the space mode, this passiveness is kind of being caught onto by Ace.
Dally gonna cross.
Dally's gonna reposition with the op. Hold that long angle. Another smoke coming down, but they're just not moving.
Yeah, no, very, very patient. These Astra smokes. Oh, they've gotten their heads. They're rotating away. They think there's no way.
Like we saw the first couple rounds.
It's a free site.
And now site's wide open. The closest one is in market.
Oh, Athena's gonna know.
Gonna get that in. Able to get one. Gets out with the last 2.
My ult's ready.
Yeah, trades happening here as the attack tries to stay alive. Dally resoundingly says no with that operator. It's just Ratman. And Typicality here on point, trying to hold things down. 2v3 situation. They're basically quartered off. They're going to have to stand on top of each other as they try to deal with
a great
defenders.
position here for Typicality, but Dogman's ready.
Ooh! A little quick
We saw
scope.
so many times last week, Typicality and a teammate in a 2v3, 2v4, or a 1v3, 1v4 on Breeze. And there were a lot of rounds Typicality was able to get it done last week on his birthday, but
Oh, I forgot
not
about
finding
that.
as much success that time around.
It was that birthday
Ace,
buff, for sure.
Ace was just, I think Ace is catching on a little bit to Space Mode's they're just so quiet. They're so quiet. They are not making any sound, not moving. Maybe we're getting a little bit of a default this time around, but that was huge by Athena over towards Market to not get too far away from sight and was able to find 2 picks, kind of keep Ace.
I gotta watch this lineup one more time. I'll be honest
I mean,
with
we're just
Dally gets the opening pick, but
line up Larry over
Look at
here.
this.
This is just incredible.
it even finds
This is
Donut Lord
incredible.
over here. I mean, that's kind of what we're looking for. Teams are even now. This is a difference in speed in terms of the round for both of these teams, as both teams down to 4 players each. Yeah, no. And now we're going to see things slow just a little bit as these teams look to situate themselves in the best position possible.
Slowly making their way
You
towards
should
A.
run.
Finally, we get to see a little bit of a commitment coming in with Killjoy ult, but Dogman's just kind of stuck right there. They're going to destroy that wall and destroy Dogman, but
Destroy hopes and dreams, I'd say.
yeah, I mean, just evaporated.
Oh, are we going to see Let's Go?
Oh, a breach ult. Huge here.
Yeah, that's going to stop the spike from going down. It's going to make everybody
one
run
pick.
slow.
Spike down A.
Dude, kiss with the
That's
second.
2.
2v3.
Oh, and Lion Gamer's 1 bullet. Seriously, 1 bullet. And the spike still hasn't gone down. Only
Player
19
standing.
seconds. Oh, that was played excellently by Ace.
I mean, that retake just... I think Ace just knows that they just need to wait for that key sign from Space Mode. That time it was the Killjoy ult. You know, they knew that they were committed to this A site, but they knew not to give up a pick, not to get too aggressive. So they just backed up, found us a couple kills from Heaven, and then responded with the breach ult from Fry, and just kind of just picked them off one by one. I mean, they've rattled off 4 rounds straight. And Space Mode is even getting the plant down. They're letting the plants go down, but they're not worried about it.
Yeah, no, just 2 teams playing really, really good Valorant thus far. And I've really been enjoying these attacks where Space Mode kind of plays for B. I think they've been very, very
Obscuring
effective.
vision.
Athena's kind of doing some jump peeks just to see what she can see without giving up too much information. Dally's going to peek down long, miss that op shot or whatever. Maybe good movement. But Coop's actually walked all the way under Market and might look to find Dally completely unaware, hard scoped in.
Yeah, I think Coop's position is just going to let the remaining members... Oh, but Dodicus was on site, just rattled in the corner. Lion Gamer finds the pick before the spike goes down, but Coop just needs to get out, use the dash.
Yeah.
Blocking sight.
Everybody from Space Mode on side.
You want to fight it?
But when the Astro Wall is going to play and add an interesting wrinkle to this fight, you can't really take that back sight. If you're going for the retake, you're completely blind. We're going to see Dally actually kind of play for a second Astro Wall. It's going to section this thing even more.
Last player standing.
So backside completely walled out. Wow.
The Astro Wall is just trying to big brain each other. But I think Rat Kids was the first to go down to kind of just block off that little hall area, the upstep right there.
Yeah,
and there wasn't... They just kind of forced Ace to funnel through the steps on the left, but that's a good bounce back round if you're Space Mode. I think last time we watched these two, Ace was up early but let it slip away, so I think this is a good timeout here if you're Ace. You know, kind of try to make the most of this round, of the most of your momentum. Obviously, you let the first 2 go, but then you rattled off 4 straight.
Yep.
You know, you just lost that round, but that certainly doesn't mean the momentum is completely gone. You still probably is in your favor. So this is a good time out here to regroup, not let get it out of hand. But our 2 highest KDAs in the Oath League, Athena and Typicality, going at it so far this game. I think this is just the battle of the stars here, as we're seeing early. This is such a highly competitive game. I mean, just outstanding players so far.
Battle of the Stars, you say? Coincidence this is the first time we're seeing Astra in this season? Maybe not. Maybe. Truth is stranger than fiction. Timeout's going to be over. And yeah, no, two teams playing really, really well. I agree with you. I think that timeout's going to be a really good spot for Ace. A Pugsby tripping coach for Ace.
Is that an Odin from Zodicus? I think it is, but not going to find anything with the...
Sure is. Yeah, nothing there this time. Man, if only he was cheating. Right? You know, like, what I'm just playing.
I mean, could, with some lucky enough timing, get the kill onto Lion Gamer, but once again, Space Mode just not making any decisions early, waiting to feel out the round, feel out the pressure.
Totally default.
From Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of relaxing.
Default across the board. Coop here, to his credit, always playing for that first blood, and is probably one of the most aggressive players. Certainly the one taking the most risks here on Ascent. Always seeing him up mid, playing for these long angles. Intrigue finds Dogman through the wall even, and that's a go button. KO gonna pop that ult, gonna turn off a lot of the utility. So not a lot going. Coop takes one of the most aggressive angles possible. As the rest of the reinforcements show up. Oh, and you know what? Lion Gamer finds Athena.
From Lion Gamer on the flank, so now
lurk again.
Ace just kind of stuck. They know that there's an enemy behind them, but
Spike down.
behind 2.
And there's a spike.
And the spike didn't go down. They can't plant. They can't plant. They have to find the last kill. They have to find the last kill, and Fry's just gonna stay away. What a monumental 2 picks from Dally. Oh my goodness.
Now that is epic.
Sorry,
that was probably cringe.
Tree, yeah. The 2 picks from Tree getting the spike planter, and Fry just knew they can't do anything. I'm just going to sit in my little corner, mind my own business, force them to come to me because I don't think they'd get here in 5 seconds, and they couldn't. Just incredible composure coming in from Ace. I think we saw some of the notes from that timeout come into play there, just to continue to play patient in response to Space Mode patient. Oh, and Odin! Gonna find his big on the line.
No thanks.
The op trade.
Hey, double it and give it to the next guy.
2 ops? Or two Odins?
2 Odins. 2 Odin picks next time.
Oh.
Need that back.
Oh, actually, yes. Straight up 2 Odins.
Yeah,
Athena
two
here in
Odins
market.
From Ace.
Could be popping off. Coop is kind of in a weird spot. He has the fastest time to kill with that op. But Athena doesn't really know maybe what the situation is. Coop is really in he's kind of James Bond here. Agent undercover behind enemy lines. The rest of the team is rotating away. Oh my god, third Odin! Third Odin! 3, 3, 3, 3.
But this is great for Space Mode, really. I mean, although the op is over here by themselves, over towards B, that opens up the A for the other 2 members of Space Mode as Coop falls.
30 seconds left.
Get on to site and get that spike down.
Yeah, Dogman's gonna be here, but I think they're just gonna wait for their team. Ooh, look at this body blocking, so the spike stays up. I like that. I like that. Now, the way you hold this is going to be really interesting. You know that they have these high penetration weapons, so hell is kind of dangerous. Excuse me. the wall banks could play a big part in this retake. Oh, that flash is
Oh,
massive.
the flash is huge. You lose the silver ult on the round. Typicality with 17 HP, and Odin's still left to play. Not a lot you can do. Ace just, I mean, they're really just sticking this out as a team. They are just playing. They're just playing together. They're breaking off when they need to, like we saw last round with Dally coming from tree late in the round to effectively win it. But they're playing really tight together, playing those trades, playing those angles. I mean, that pick onto Coop was huge. Not let Coop get going with that operator. This has been a great half so far from Ace.
Definitely in the early going. 6-3, Ace up 3 rounds in this one. That's not an insurmountable lead for any of our teams, but certainly not a team as good as Space Mode. So we'll be eager to see a totally different look with this one, actually, as all 5 attackers have played this this long A sightline. And that Sagewell is going to get a lot of value from Dogman Clan.
They're going to get aggressive this time. We haven't seen this much from Space Mode.
I like this. This is a great change of pace. They're going to use their Killjoy.
Now they are finally getting onto sight.
Oh, and this Molly from Lion Gamer could deny a lot of the aggressive space. Even the KO Molly slowing things down. All 10 players still alive here. We see that Coop using those knives, 2 effective shots onto Zodiacus. These Astra smokes have just completely sectioned off the map. Rat Kid's kind of stuck here. 6 bullets. Yeah, we might see one. A res comes in. Oh, no more bullets, Rat Kid. In a little bit of trouble. Athena's trying to hold down this side, but it's playing so nicely. Great shots. As he's ticking.
Is the ult gonna come in from Donut Lord? It is. I don't think they have enough time.
Oh,
they don't have
half
enough
a second.
Time. The Sova ult was huge from Donut Lord there. Not able to use it last round, but backs up enough with, I believe, Lion Gamer towards that A main, and was able to get the spike cleared. I mean, what a play there from Donut Lord. And now we see a timeout coming in from Space Mode. I mean, they've won another round, so maybe kind of the opposite of what we saw last time with Ace. You know, once they lost that one round, they called the timeout. But Space Mode, they won that round, so they're like, okay, let's get a timeout and see how to build off this. Tie it up before we go to the second half. You know, a 6-6 half. You know, if traditionally I feel like if it's a 6-6 half and I'm on Ascent, I started out on defense, I'd be feeling good. But like I said, that goes out the window here at Oath. We usually do things completely different. So really, if you're
is kind of a full point of neutrality, you know, it's right. Everything's even in a 6-6 matchup. So setting the clock back to 0-0 just means your second half matters that much more. Teams look to see what they can do. And I think that timeout might actually stem from just making sure that their strategy is what they want. That round in particular was very different than every other round we've seen on attack thus far. And so Atlantes might just be saying, hey, maybe we consider something different. And something different we did.
From Ace!
Oh
my goodness.
Typicality.
I haven't seen Ace that aggressive all game.
No, and it's actually created a big imbalance for both of these teams. They're not quite sure what they want to do. Coop all the way up through middle, all the way to market. Going to clear the way for Lion Gamer. Perpetual planter, if I remember my stats correctly.
You are correct. 7 plants last game.
7 plants. Oh, wee. Yeah, no, and Space Mode completely controlling the site is going to be able to get this spike down yet again. And they're up 1 player to kind of hold this retake. Coop's angle is probably the most aggressive out of anybody else. We've seen him use it all game long. It'll be interesting to see if there's any check. I assume you have to. Oh, it's the first thing they do.
Do check it. Quick trade.
Yeah,
Running
quick
out of
trade.
time though if you're Ace.
Yeah, you gotta kind of. They're thinking about just saving here, grabbing the good weapons and going. And I think that's what they have to do. Space mode. We might actually see something get a little bit awkward. The save wall slows things down. And it's more important to Ace that they get these weapons saved than
Last
some of
round
the
before
econ
the
of their
switch.
opponents. I don't mind that at all. Don't mind that at all. 6-5, a great attack from Space Mode, which really hinged off of a botched aggressive attempt from Ace. Which again, I like that too, because you change up the pace, you can catch your opponents out. Didn't work so well at the start of that round, but it's the right idea, you know.
Yeah, I think that was a good play call before the half. You know it's pretty much going to go into the second half even, right? So why not try to catch them off guard, maybe get a couple picks, effectively win the round, but just didn't go your way that time. But Space Mode back to their just kind of
Defaults.
chill out. Yeah, just kind of chill. They're not making any decisions anytime soon, as we've seen the past 11 rounds. They are committed to the patience.
And that's been kind of their style here on Ascent, and it's been working out pretty well for them. Coop's made it all the way up through market here, and interestingly, Dally is just on the other side. It's going to be important that both teams check their corners here. In these awkward fights, typicality, long-range beamer, one-tapper. Dally
Staying
off
hot
the
from
board.
last week.
Absolutely. Coop is in the perfect spot to catch these rotations late, but Fry, Zodicus, they all kind of anticipated.
Space Mode's doubling back. They're going to work back towards B.
30 seconds
I think
left.
Coop let Space Mode know that the members of Ace were rotating A, and look at the train make its way to B. Just Athena here, all by themselves.
Oh, and Coop is in this perfect spot to kind of slow things down. Gonna find a little bit of damage, but Athena trades it out. 3v4 for the
10
defenders.
seconds left.
This Sova could slow things down by a
Spike
bit.
planted.
That's going to get a ton.
Oh, that's two. That's two with that collateral damage. So bullets gonna matter a little bit.
Want to fight it?
You don't have to land all your shots here. We're gonna see both Astro Walls. It's gonna look like a game of Overwatch, as everything is just sectioned off to exactly point.
Perfect
But
square.
these walls are dangerous to push through. That owl drone can help out so much. Changes what things look like by a lot. This Sage slow actually changes things quite a bit. We're gonna have to see
Running
these
out of time.
players fly off the wall here. Zodicus knows where typicality is here, but we gotta see somebody.
That's a
on the
lot of
spike,
damage.
like right now.
They're not going to have time. I mean, they clear the site really, but there's just no time. Space Mode just stayed alive. That was a great Astro Ball coming in.
Yeah, those Astro Balls actually.
Switching sides.
I mean, we're even. As we approach the second half, tied 6-6. I mean, what a first half. Both teams looking. I mean, the momentum has just gone back and forth. Space Mode started it out, winning the first two kind of easily, but Ace responding 4 straight. Space Mode get 1. Ace get the last 2, or get 2 more, tied at 6, but then it's just back and forth really at this point so far. So I have no idea what to expect from this second half. I could really see it being completely different, where both teams just all out aggression, or we see even more patience.
Yeah, who can outpatient one the other? Already going to see a little bit of difference. Zodicus using this Sova dart is not going to see anybody playing here on A. Oh, look at this. Coop, you're a madman. You are insane.
Timing is going to work out, but Dally was kind of ready for it. Gets the pick with the classic, or with the ghost. Not classic. I mean, it's classic from Dally, but that was the ghost that got the kill.
Classic play. Oh, Fry not choosing to have a weapon. Just kidding. Switching the guns there. Give Dally his prize. The sheriff. And what we could have saw be like a rotation, it seems like the teams have kind of doubled down. But I think that now we're going to see those aggression movements. Ratkid unfortunately pulled their stars right at the wrong moment. Could have slowed this thing down, but
Spike down
was
A.
convinced that we were going to see a rotation. As the rest of this kind of unfolds. Donut Lord gonna find Zodicus and then awkward.
Oh, can't
that door
squeeze
shuts
under
in
the
his face.
Oh no! Can't squeeze under the door.
Yeah, Dally gonna have a supreme angle from hell here. Gets Lion Gamer.
Sheriff.
Last player
Donut
standing.
Lord, all that remains.
One enemy
Finally
remaining.
walks through that door. It's Athena versus Donut Lord here on point. Donut Lord has no clue where Athena could possibly be.
Oh, the pools are huge.
Yeah, gonna stop the, I don't want to say lost, but yeah, uncertain, for sure. Uncertain what to be looking at. Athena, great clutch there on that attacking round. Good pistol round.
Like you said, maybe after that that opening pick from Dally onto Coop, we might have seen maybe a quick rotate coming in from space mode, as you would think the members of Ace would start to rotate over towards that B side, but they kind of just stuck around. They really got onto site as a team, got their picks, good angles, good trade angles, good lines of sights coming in once they got that spike down, playing the generator and hell. So really, that's what you want to see if you're Ace. You didn't win the pistol rounds last time, winning them now on attack. I think so. That's 7 attack rounds. What did I say? 16?
16, yeah.
It doesn't look like that's going to happen unless we go to overtime and things get crazy. But who knows? We've seen crazy things happen here at Oath. I mean, we've seen an unbelievable overtime game and like 20-18, 60 kill game.
Yep.
So nothing's out of the cards. I wouldn't put it past these two teams, especially. I mean, look how tight it is so far. I mean, that was one member left alive there at the end for the pistol round. The game is 7-6. Clearly, two just powerhouses, heavy hitters, trading blows. I mean, I only expect it to continue.
We've got just a quick little technical pause. One of our players disconnected. We're going to get them back in this game. And just like earlier, to start this thing, sportsmanship pays dividends. So we just, again, love to see that from both these teams, as should be getting back into it shortly. And would hate to have any computer or technical problems spoil what would otherwise be and has been a really great match for both these teams.
Yeah, we don't want the end to be spoiled. I mean, we want this to be as high quality as possible. It looks like everything is good to go now, so glad we got that sorted.
Ace just won that pistol round, gonna have the better weapons going into their second round on attack. But look at this, we have a full stack on A. I would not be surprised if all members of space mode just ran it down long here. Maybe not running. Slowly but surely. Donut Lord peeks. Zodicus
with the bulldog.
Turning ahead.
Woo!
Go home, friends.
I mean, now they're just kind of cowering away. They're just kind of cowering back.
Yeah, you're really hoping that you're basically gambiting that there's only going to be one player there, and they aren't going to expect the aggression. Yeah, and Ace has complete control over B. Coop's actually going to rotate very proactively to try to be able to slow things down. And
I mean, that's a great rotate, but now you're kind of stuck in between Ace. Now you're just kind of all alone over towards B, and they're about to start flying.
I kind of like
you,
this.
Coop.
I mean, they're gonna have to check their angles, and you might be able to trade, if not for one, but maybe two, maybe three. And Donut Lord and Rat Kid, typicality, actually able to make some big moves, and there's only 2 attackers left. Zodicus,
30
Dogman
seconds
Clan,
left.
trying to set this spike down. Dogman Clan gonna be up to himself.
Defeated.
Zodicus.
Last player standing.
Oh, but the
Spike
spike doesn't
down
actually
B.
go down. It's gonna have to be everybody.
Oh.
Zodiac's doing what he can on that 3K. Typicality answers back in the same fashion and picks up a free Vandal because I think Athena might have actually bought. Somebody bought a Vandal, and that's a wallet buster.
Yeah, well, I mean, speaking of three pieces, how many three pieces did we see from Typicality last week? Just keeping that going. I mean, just outstanding. But tied again, 7-7. I mean, it seems like they're just going to keep going back and forth for the rest of this game.
Flash out.
Yeah, no, and a pretty aggressive, loud take onto A here. Lots of smokes to push through, such as Ascent. As this spike's actually going to go down within the first 20 seconds. No, spike gets off. I don't know.
When spike's down tree. Spike's down tree, and they have complete possession of it. I mean, that is 3 members of Space Mode just chilling in tree now. Athena kind of stuck in this back corner, and the round's over before it ever even got started. I think there were a couple mollies thrown onto B that made Dogman hop off that spike plant, kind of maybe fall back into tree, but that was exactly what Space Mode wanted. They were just sitting there waiting into the jaws of space, the jaws of no oxygen.
Like a bear trap.
Just kind of suffocated. Get it? Space, no oxygen. Vacuum.
Oh, vacuum.
Hey, I'm back. We're back with the puns. It only took me 5 weeks, but we're here finally.
Yeah, Space Mode sucking the oxygen out of that attack. I like that.
There we go.
Keep it clean. Yet again, another take onto A here. It can be one of the most difficult sites to take. Zodicus using some sonar arrows. Not going to find anybody just yet. Same with that knife. But from the other side, as Typicality looks to slow things down just a little bit, make sure that everybody's in the right spot. Coop's rotated all the way around at this point. I mean, what else would you expect as gets his lid taken off there? And it's going to be up to Lion Gamer to kind of slow things down, but Donut Lord gets caught by the breach utility. And things went bad to worse as Ace kind of takes down middle. We might see Typicality make a move. Lion Gamer finds Zodicus to tie things up a little bit, and those are clean shots. Take us back to 3v3 as Ace kind of goes on this around the world journey over to B. This Killjoy utility is actually still active
30 seconds left
over here on B, so they're gonna know. And I mean, it's pretty presumably obvious that Ace is making these moves onto B. Dally shutting down that market door. The attacker's gonna have to, or the defender's gonna have to push from their spawn or break that door. Dally in this maybe non-conventional. Oh, that's a nice
what
wall.
A wall. Just leaves a little bit of room open if they want the pick. I like it. I like it a lot from Dogman Clan.
Pop flash.
Dally, he's gonna find one. Typicality's so weak. Typicality on probably 1 HP, 2v2. Oh, but the ult. The ult. Check the corners. Oh, sees the leg of Dogman.
Last player standing.
Athena with the clutch. I mean, what more do you expect from the highest KD in the Oath League? I mean, that's just what you want from your star. Maybe struggling a little bit, not used to the Astra pick. You know, like I mentioned earlier, deviating from that Sky the first time this season, but kind of getting into the groove here late. What a round clutch for Athena.
It's a slow burn. She needs a Supermax contract. Sign that thing now. I mean, that's a franchise player right there. And yet again, Ace is not deviating from this this A look at all. Gonna make all sorts of noise, pick up ult orbs, and only now kind of slow things down, maybe hesitate. I mean, you can look at the map and see what kind of confusion it's caused for the defenders. Now we're going to see that rotation all the way around the world as both teams look to kind of play the gamesmanship
Oh,
aspect
Coop's
of
gonna
Valorant.
see him. I think Coop's gonna see a few. No,
Maybe.
no, I don't think so.
It's a protected angle. I mean, he'd have to get very unsafe if he wanted to do that. Athena playing
Oh, but it's gonna
stars.
look at Coop sprinting towards that flank.
I will have first blood.
Weak, always. The aggression is non-stop. Face going down. Oh my goodness.
Things are tied up here as Typicality is relegated to market, but Lion Gamer just
Wall
straight
bang.
to that wall. 1 HP Lion Gamer.
30 seconds
Slowing
left.
things down. Dogman Clan kind of is careful of that. Oh, that's a really smart wall actually. Just kind of protect yourself a little bit. I have to only worry about the one angle now. Athena kind of seemed like she was thinking about taking off, but instead
10 seconds left.
we're gonna have 10
No time to
seconds.
take off.
It's a deathmatch moment here. Athena either has
They're
to
just
make
gonna
it to
keep
that.
these weapons, really. I think they're
Oh yeah,
just gonna relax, keep what they got.
fair enough.
They need more free picks, but like you said, Coop
Have I told you you're
sprint. Oh, a
okay,
final
fam.
pick from Typicality to end the round.
Last second, that's tough. The backbreaker.
I mean, 20 kills, putting Typicality up to 20 on the match.
A year
15
older or
assists
a year
from
wiser?
Dogman Clan. That is an insane amount of assists.
Yeah, and we're actually gonna
Shout
see
out Dogman.
a timeout here as Ace looks to get their footing back. This has been one of the most even matches we've seen thus far. I mean, obviously, in week 2, these two teams went 13-11. So these are the teams that compete, and they kind of give each other options and opportunities. Best team always wins, maybe 50-50.
Maybe. I mean,
Fight the allegations.
you know, if we're feeling footballic, you know, any given Sunday, any given Thursday,
Any
you know,
given Thursday.
it's really
Absolutely.
just who's feeling themselves that day. And right now, I can't give you an answer. It seems
Yeah.
like every member of each of these teams has made a monumental play to either win them the round or save them guns that helps them win the next round. I mean,
That's
this
an
is just such a tight game, and I don't know what to expect here from the rest of this. I mean, Ace continuing. It looks like their Ace start. Maybe not. I say that, and then they just hear me caster curse Israel. But we had been seeing them
hotwired into our booth.
start A
Get out
every
of my
round,
way.
but not gonna see that this time for the first time of this offensive half race.
But look at this defense from Space Mode. Look at how passive they are. I mean, this is these are good ults. Oh, it's a full ult tag actually. Holding down that wall. This is interesting. Dally kind of playing that little boathouse there. Oh, Spike goes down, but so does Athena. Coop gets a little aggressive.
Oh, doesn't hit the
Jumpy stinger.
knives.
Last player
Gets some
standing.
hits, but it's all up to Dally.
Enemy kill.
Just like that 1v3, and so as we thought last week. Oh,
I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize.
Lion Gamer with the Killjoy ult.
Not
Massive
bad at all.
for the retake there. I mean, that's one player that even with the stinger, you're kind of scared of. You know, they're in that power. I wouldn't say power position, but kind of just a dip, duck, dive, dodge position. You know, found that pick, retreated,
Yeah.
was gonna find the pick onto Donut Lord. I mean, with the rate of fire with the stinger, you really just hold it down, and Donut Lord had like 5 HP, so was probably gonna fall there. But that was just a huge ult there coming in from Lion Gamer. Great util, as we've seen time and time again from him on Killjoy.
Yeah, and this round's going to start. We're going to see Dally grab that ult orb, but it's really a much more default play that we haven't seen Ace really utilize as they wait and see. I'm so impressed by the hold that the Space Mode has here. They're so passive, but in a really positive way. Everybody's playing so defensively. They're ready to move and kind of meet the attackers for a retake. It's been really interesting to see how these rounds have unfolded here. Everybody holding down angles.
Coop always in the line of action for the first blood. Behind two.
Collateral.
Keeping it going. I mean, it's just, what more do you expect from Coop, our first blood leader here at Oath? Keeping the thing. Really, I mean, it's just a free. It's just what you want. I mean, it's perfect. But they are just getting aggressive onto this side. Trades going down back and forth. 2v3 though.
I have this.
Last
race.
player standing.
Yeah, it's gonna be. You're playing in hell. The recoil a little bit too sharp. Donut Lord finds a nice kill there. If you are tuning in for our second match of Valorant tonight, or maybe our fitness drawing, this has been an intense match of Valorant thus far. We're running a little bit behind schedule, but we'll have all of those fun, normal festivities that we normally have on these Thursday broadcasts. Totally thank you for sticking around. Checkmate versus Vandals is coming up as soon as we can. And this game is one, in the meantime, that you won't want to miss.
Yeah, I mean, Space Mode just took their largest lead of the game, but by no means is Ace out of this. We've seen them time and time again respond. I mean, they started out the game down 0-2, but then they won 4 straight. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see that again from them here. I mean, this game was nowhere close to over.
How often can we say
Space Mode 11
that the largest lead in terms of rounds is 3? That's insane. These two teams have played so well against one another. Ace kind of bottled up in that long. Coop again with the aggression. Oh, not gonna find the pick. Gets out with the life. And one of the things I really love about Oath is that as these as these players get more used to playing against one another, I mean, we saw this jump peak. Almost in anticipation, hey, Coop's going to be watching this angle. He's always rotated behind us. Be on the lookout. Oh, and the alarm bells are going off. They're like, we haven't really heard anything from B. What's going on? Typicality. This knife could be so huge. Turns off 4 abilities, I'm pretty sure. Pushing through smokes. That door's been shot out already. Typicality looking for an angle through the
Notice this on the wall. The Silva ult coming in. Oh my goodness. Line game, we're 2. 3, make it 3.
Peeking hell. No bullets.
Wow,
that's another round for Space Mode.
Retake. I mean, they kind of got faked out by that double back from Ace, but Typicality with the knife, knowing that basically the entire team was in main whenever he threw that knife, just letting the rest of his team know, backing up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, huge kills coming in from Lion Gamer. 3 on the round, I believe. Solid performance yet again from him. The util, obviously, we've seen be clutch, but it was just a straight up gunny right there.
No, definitely. 8-12. We're actually match point for Space Mode here. They could end this game with just one more defensive round win going into round 21. Coop holding this really soft angle. It's going to get peaked. A little bit of timing there as both teams kind of more aware of one another and where they're playing. Dogman Clan going to use those slow orbs to kind of slow anything down mid, but still nobody really experiencing very many losses. All that's really been lost is utility. And it helps and hurts for both teams as they look to take and retake sites. Zodicus going to be tagged by that owl drone. A little bit of a wall. We're going to see Coop popping his ultimate. Maybe get a little aggressive. Still no picks on this round. I'd be surprised if we even have any more smokes to use. Zodicus using this ult. Nobody's home. But it's a zoning ult for sure as really the rest of the team. Look at this.
Oh, there's so many here. Dally finds 2. Oh my goodness, they didn't clear the corner, but shots. Just like that, we're back to 3v3. Spike down.
3v2. Dogman Clan finding one of the most impactful round kills. Athena holding. I love this. It's kind of a 3-person hold. You've got somebody in case the the defenders get too aggressive. That's Athena who can come out and shoot people in the back. It just adds another layer of complexity.
One
These
enemy
retake
remaining.
situations.
What an angle.
2 shots. Looking so clean to take this lead, cut it down to 3. Still going to be match point. I mean, the game is not over for Ace. It's 1 round at a time, and they're going to need 3 in a row, maybe even 5 in a row if they just want to win it nice and easy.
Yeah, I mean
Tall
we've
task.
seen Ace string 4 rounds together before, so wouldn't put it past them to do it here again on offense. And that's a good start. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a better start. You know, 3 people left alive at the end of the round. Everybody's got guns, so Coop with the op finds 1. Oh, not looking good for Ace here early.
There's some things that you love to see. For me, it's Coop with an operator. He just has a really good understanding of the angles people want to play. And he has the guts to actually fight
Get out
them,
of my way!
you know? Zodica's actually got tagged by a recon bolt.
You are divided!
This Astra wall is going to complicate things for the defenders. Market and attacker spawn kind of walled off here. Now you got to remember that Astra wall actually makes sounds much more deafened on the other side.
Yeah,
So-
they effectively just now found out that the spike was planted. They had no idea. They
Yeah.
could not hear it.
Oh, this is going to be
Oh,
awkward.
that wall's going down.
Typicality. Athena wins that one out.
and
Things are even.
Athena.
Oh, this killjoy is going to make a big difference. The attackers really got to pay attention. Zodica destroys
Last
that
player
lockdown.
standing.
That's really impactful.
Once again, all left up to Athena.
1v2. This is for the
Can
whole
she clutch
game.
again like she's done so many times already in this game?
Knocking them! One enemy
Finds the
remaining.
pick onto Rat Kid.
Oh,
Not
Lion
gonna
Gamer.
find the last one onto Lion Gamer, and there is enough time.
2.5 seconds.
Defenders
Base
win.
mode. Get the best of Ace. Man, what an unbelievable
Grueling.
match yet again. Just like in week 2, 13-11.
Grueling
I mean,
match.
just it seems
Gut
like
check.
space mode kind of just are just a little bit more aware of just what Ace is going to throw at them before every game. They kind of are just better prepared. It seems like just really playing incredible as a team, and you couldn't ask for a better. I mean, look at the trio coming in.
Yeah.
Coop, Typicality, Lion Gamer just holding it down for space mode. They struggled a little bit early
big
in that
3.
first half, but brought it back to tie it before the half, and then kind of just took off, into orbit in that defensive half.
Yeah, a lot of praise for both of these teams playing really, really well, but not a lot of time to recap. We're about 10 minutes over, so we're going to transition ourselves into our next match, do the fitness wheel very quickly. So things are going to be quick-paced in just a couple of minutes. Give us a second to make sure everything's ready, and we'll see you on the other side of intermission. See you soon. Hey again. Short little break. Got everything situated. Our teams are ready to go. But before we can even get into our next match between Checkmate and Vandals, we have to do our fitness prize. 11 kids. 11 kids. That's an improvement from last week.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Last week. I'd love to see more next week. Got to get more here. Encourage your kids. Encourage your friends even. All of these things are helping each other. It's one of those things when the oceans rise, all boats do too. I mean, it helps everybody to be fit. And what are we playing for?
SkyPad 3. A large SkyPad 3. Incredible product.
Mousepad I use.
My friend Epi over here uses it and is
every day.
Massive fan. So
every day.
Pretty exciting giveaway. Pretty exciting giveaway we got here.
No, I mean these 11 players got to be happy that they handled their fitness, dealt with it, really. Yeah.
I mean the fitness already helps improve your gunny, and now the winner of this one have a mouse pad probably help improve your gunny. I mean, just what a week for our 11 here, for our lucky winner. I couldn't. It's just really doubling up on the benefits, That's what we do here on Oath. At Oath, not on Oath.
On Oath, yeah.
I'm on Oath Esports GG TV, so Twitch.tv. So I really love what we do here at Oath, providing opportunities for these students, players to be active. So I encourage everybody do your fitness, because
11 players.
And it helps your head, helps your mental. So
one wheel.
Let's
kick this thing off.
Are we gonna do it?
Yep. 3, 2, 1. Spin the wheel.
And he's spinning the wheel.
The wheel is spinning. Oh, controversy in this one.
It's close.
Galactus Rose.
Oh, so close. I mean, just
rigged.
Inches away there.
You saw it just like I did. Galactic Rose.
Congrats to Galactic Rose. SkyPad 3.
SkyPad 3. Best in the business. Swear by it. Live by it. You'll never be able to go back. Promise. Absolutely promise. All right. I do too.
It's just a tool to the overall victory of our success, It's just another peg on the ladder to victory. So
definitely,
Rose. But I think we're pretty ready to get in here. I think we got everybody in the lobby. Not quite loaded in yet, but again, sticking on a cent. I know we had a short break, so just to clarify once again, this match, Vandals versus Checkmate. Last match was a heater, really, between Space Mode and Ace, keeping with the postseason baseball theme, throwing heaters. Space Mode taking the win, I believe 13-9. Really incredible game. But now it's Vandals Checkmate, and I'm excited. I mean, these are, again, two incredible teams, two teams full of incredible players. A lot of good first bloods. I mean, I mentioned last week we had our first blood matchup between Coop and Cher go down on Breeze, but now this time we got Cher on this match, so we got to see Coop. I believe finished with 7 last game. Cher, I expect again more first bloods. That's just what they do. Our Jet players, that's what they're known for.
Yeah, no. Since we have a second before we hop into the game here, our first match was between the Battle of the Rhyme, Space versus Ace, and Space Mode winning that one out 13-9, I believe. Very, very close. I mean, we took rounds to time. Played so patiently, played so safely, and even some moments where they weren't very safe. We saw a collat with the Vandal. How often do you see that?
Not often.
No, not at all.
And it was in that last round too. I believe it was in the winning round for Space Mode. So
total heater of a game.
See that if you're a Space Mode fan. Or
if you didn't catch it, It's in the VOD. It's in the video right now on our channels here. And they typically get uploaded to YouTube as well. So totally encourage you. But really, no reason not to be here on time. If you can, show up. We have a lot of fun. Isaac and I hold the fort down and keep hip and happening as Agent Select most of the way done here. Both these teams know exactly what they want. I don't need no menu.
Mirror pick? No, we're seeing a
Close though.
a
A jet.